So you want free products like this. Okay, let me show you how I did it and how you can do it too. I started off my personal Instagram account just posting nature photography for fun. At around 300 followers, pretty much all of them being just friends, I posted this desk setup photo. This was when someone from a company reached out to me and sent me these posters in exchange for a post. I saw this as a great opportunity to start a new account and focus my efforts on product photography. Now here we are today with almost 6,000 followers now and having worked with tons of different brands. So how can you do this? Well, in short, take some photos, share them on Instagram, and wait for brands to reach out to you. But it's not that simple, so let me break it down for you. Here are the different steps you'll want to take. Start an Instagram account, take product photos, post and share these photos, and then reach out to brands or wait for brands to reach out to you. But first, we have to look at what equipment you will need. You need anything with a camera. If you have an iPhone or any phone, this is a perfect place to start. If you have a DSLR or a mirrorless camera, it's even better, but it's not necessary at all. It also helps to have some photo editing software. I use Adobe Lightroom and Photoshop, but a mobile photo editing app can also work just as well. If you're not a good photographer, don't worry at all, we'll get into that later on. So the first step, start an Instagram or TikTok account. No, you don't need a lot of followers to get free products. I started getting free products with 300 followers, but I've known people that have gotten some with only 100. Lots of tech and lifestyle companies are on Instagram and TikTok finding creators to share their products. You may wonder why companies would want to work with accounts that are so small. Sometimes they just want some photography work done, and it's much cheaper for them to send small accounts free products rather than to pay professional photographers or bigger accounts. Professional product photographers can cost up to $100 per photo depending on their skill level, so you can see why small Instagrammers can become enticing. Also, usually smaller accounts have more targeted audiences and higher engagement rates. If you're more into the tech space, I find Instagram is the way to go. If you're more into lifestyle, maybe TikTok is the way to go. My method focuses on Instagram, so that's what I will be talking about, but the concepts can be applied to TikTok also. Step 2. Take product photos. Start off by taking photos of the types of products that you wish to receive. So in my case, this is mainly tech products. I started off taking photos of old cameras, my desk setup, lenses, wallets, and other desk accessories. Having a mirrorless or DSLR camera definitely helps your photos stand out, but I know people that only use their iPhone and can still take amazing photos. My friend here on Instagram only uses an iPhone and you wouldn't even notice it. If you're inexperienced with photography, don't expect your photos to look amazing right off the bat. As long as you keep practicing, it will get better. Your photos don't have to look professional for you to get free products, you just have to show the product clearly. Remember that the key here is to take product photos. Any other type such as landscape or lifestyle photos makes it much harder for you to get free products. This is because then brands would only send you products for you to share with your audience and not for your product photos. And with such a small audience, that wouldn't be worth it for brands. Brands only will send small accounts products for their photos and not their follower account. Not until your account grows at least above 100 followers. Also, don't just post photos and leave. You have to get involved in the community that you are targeting, and that comes in the form of engaging with other people's posts. Most people that will engage with your content are also probably going to be other creators in your niche. Brands don't just find you magically, they search within these communities for creators to work with. So if you're not involved in it, you won't get noticed by different brands. Step 3. Post and share. It's as simple as sharing your photos on Instagram. Whatever niche you're involved in, I would advise sharing something that is highly shareable amongst it. Some niches may be harder to attract brands, especially if not many small companies exist in that space. In the tech space, desk setups are highly shared and viewed, so I find the best way to get noticed is to share your desk setup in hopes that other bigger Instagram pages will share your post. This is what got me my first products. For example, iSetups is a big Instagram page that shares different desk setup photos. One share from them can get you 200 to 300 followers. My best advice for getting noticed is to post your desk setup, make reels, and keep a consistent page theme/style. I'm not going to get into all the little things you can do to get more followers. There are plenty of channels out there that talk about it. Step 4. Reach out to brands/wait for them to reach out to you. Okay, so you've got a few posts up and you've got around 100 followers now. You're in a position where you can reach out to brands or they can reach out to you. Be reasonable with what brands you reach out to. Obviously, with a small follower count, most brands you reach out to won't respond to you, especially the larger ones. Don't expect to be working with LG, Sony, or ROG with those numbers. You can reach out to smaller brands and start with phone case brands. While not many, some brands may contact you with only 100 followers. As your page grows, more and more brands will reach out to you to send products in exchange for photos and posts. At some point, you can even start charging the brands that reach out to you. But I wouldn't be too greedy to start off. It's hard to give a clear count as to when you can charge brands because you can charge them even with 100 followers. But many will just ignore you and you'll lose the brand deal. Even with 5,000 followers, many brands won't be willing to pay. Beware of scammers out there. Tons of scammers will message you promising for free products or asking for you to be their ambassador. Those will often require you to give personal information or sometimes even make a purchase to be considered an ambassador. Make sure that you check for legitimacy. Sometimes, employees from brands will message you from their direct account, making it seem illegitimate, even though it's not. If you're feeling uncertain, ask them to contact you via email or have them send a message from the main account. If at any point they ask for your credit card, then it's a scam. They will only ask for your bank info if you are getting paid. And that's pretty much it. This may all seem overwhelming for some of you, but basically, all you have to do is start an Instagram account, take product photos, post and share these photos, and then just wait for the free products to roll in. There's no overnight strategy, and everyone's timeline will differ. It may take someone 2 weeks to get their first free product, but someone else multiple months to get their first free product. The key is to stick it out, be patient, and keep taking photos. Remember that this will take up a lot of your time. So if you're a full-time student like me, or you work a full-time job, you might be spending your nights working on this after class or work. It is also how I've been able to get more than half my entire desk setup for free. There's no way I would be able to afford this as a full-time student. This is also why I have some unnecessary expensive items on the desk and some more budget items on the desk. If you haven't seen my desk setup tour video yet, go check it out, linked below. I've been doing this for just under a year now, so remember that this is a slow process. I didn't build my setup or Instagram account to what it is today overnight. I'm hoping that this video will bring some new creators into the tech space. Remember, as you get involved in your niche community on Instagram, you can ask others for advice and learn from them. If you guys want to join the tech community on Instagram, there are a ton of lovely people out there. Shoot me a follow over on Instagram and send me a DM to introduce yourself. I'll try my best to respond to everyone. I hope this was helpful to you guys. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. This channel is all about tech, outdoor travel, and photography, so if any of those interest you, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on more videos. Thanks for watching, guys.